Inland Sports.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. Right now, we want to take a look at some of the top games coming up in week number 2 of the high school football season. Yeah, we're going into game number 3 for a lot of these teams as the high school football season is really moving along. So these are just some of the games we're keeping an eye on. You can find an entire list of games in the Inland Sports coverage area right now on the Inland Sports website. All right, let's take a look. San Jacinto against Chaparral. That could be a fun one. The Tigers are off to a hot start. San Jacinto might be one of the top teams. Well, they are one of the top teams in the IE. Maybe one of the top 5 teams in the IE. I think after Centennial, there's a real logjam for who's the second best team in the Inland Empire. I think at least the Jack has to be in that conversation. All right, Paloma Valley and King, the Wildcats continue to enjoy a real rebound season this year. King coming off a huge win against Redlands. More on that game in just a second. Cajon will take on Williams Field from Arizona. Local ties in that game. Cajon coming off a nice win against Harupa Hills, 34-zip, trying to get another big win against a very strong team from Gilbert, Arizona. Rancho Cook taking on Norco. The Cougars taking a tough loss against Santa Margarita in week number 1, trying to bounce back against Brian Hildebrand's squad, who looked really good against Apple Valley. That's going to be a very tough and intriguing matchup there. Orange Vista against Vista Del Lagos. This might be the biggest game in the IE, featuring 2 IE schools going head-to-head. Orange Vista and Vista Del Lago is a sneaky great game. Love the Ravens, love the Coyotes. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Murrieta Valley, huge win against Great Oak. They'll try to keep things going against Apple Valley, who's traditionally pretty strong. And Temescal Canyon and Yucaipa, both trying to get their first wins of the season. Kind of stumbled out of the gate a little bit, but these are 2 teams that trying to make a playoff push. It's only week number 2, but is it too early to start that push? Well, if you fall behind too much, you got to start at some point. So Temescal Canyon and Yucaipa, 2 local teams going head-to-head, and again, much needed win for both of these schools come Friday night. Now, we didn't list it on here, but another intriguing matchup is Hemet taking on Liberty. The Bulldogs are 2-0 under head coach Jeff Galloway, the softball guy, yes, and they're taking on a Liberty squad who's 2-0 in their first official varsity season. So Hemet getting wins against Rancho Mirage, and then Indio, as you're seeing in the video, taking on Liberty, who got wins against Valley View, and then they follow that up against A.B. Miller, 42-0. So that should be a lot of fun too. 2-0 teams going head-to-head, enjoying great starts to the season. Now, we mentioned Cajon going on the road to Williams Field, Arizona. Cajon beating Harupa Hills. Final score 34-0. Kind of a slow start in terms for the Cowboys offensively, but they really got things going in the second half. So a nice shutout win for the Cowboys. And now they take on Williams Field, and they've got a local connection to the Inland Empire. Steve Campbell, the head coach for Williams Field, is a Norco guy. His dad, the legendary Gary Campbell. And Steve Campbell played quarterback at Norco, and now he's the head coach out there in Arizona. So that'll be a fun matchup for the Cowboys, and a good test for the Cowboys as well, coming off that big win against Harupa Hills. And we mentioned, King High School's taking on Paloma Valley. Paloma Valley's 2-0. Coach Dilly's got them going in the right direction. And they're taking on a King team who really, I think, turned a corner and opened some eyes last week with that huge blowout win against Redlands. Now, in that first game of the season in week 0, King went toe-to-toe with Roosevelt, man. And we know that Roosevelt is a good and well-coached squad under Tommy Leach. And they only lost by 7, 28-21. So even the writing was on the wall after week 0. We knew King was going to be legit. And this Redlands Terriers team is improved, man. Those young guys got a lot of great experience last year, but just could not hang with the Wolves. I think King is going to look very impressive. They're going to have a shot to win that league coming up this season. That King versus, Temecula Valley. Some of those games are going to be really great once we get to league play, but I know that's down the road. But King versus Paloma Valley is going to be a very intriguing game. Again, Wildcats off to a great start, and King could be one of the better teams we have in the IE. They're that good this season. And that game was on Riverside TV. All right, so those are some of the top games coming up in week number 2 of the high school football season. And if you're watching us right now, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, and we also have a thanks button you can find at the bottom if you'd like to take that support to the next level. I'm Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time.
Inland Sports.